SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
Fresno State Bulldogs and USC Trojans will meet up in the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl. This is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. These two teams are set to face off on Saturday, December 21st. Opening kickoff scheduled for 3:30 Eastern Time on ABC from Sam Boyd Stadium in Sin City. No line or total has been released at SBRodds.com. Fresno State 11-1 straight up, 5-7 against the spread. Mountain West Conference champions after picking up a victory over Utah State in the championship game. A win would set a season school record for single season wins. Ranked first nationally in averaging 409.8 passing yards per game. Of course, led by senior quarterback Derek Carr, 48 touchdowns and just 7 interceptions on the year. But the Bulldogs have allowed 425.8 yards per game on the defensive end. That is 92nd in all of college football. USC 9-4 straight up, 6-7 against the spread, 9-4 to the under. The Trojans will be led by interim head coach Clay Helton on the sidelines, with former Washington Huskies frontman Steve Sarkisian waiting in the wings. Been a tumultuous season in Southern California. The season starting off with Lane Kiffin and then Ed Orgeron, now the offensive coordinator, and then moving on to Sarkisian. This is the second trip for the program to this particular bowl. Suffered a 10-6 loss to the Utah Utes in 2003. The Trojans do possess a top 25 defense that should test Fresno State offensively. And on an offensive end, Trojans have some weapons. Quarterback Cody Kessler has a stable of running backs and also has 2 talented wide receivers in Nelson Aguilar and Marquise Lee. From a handicapping perspective, motivation is definitely something to consider. But USC, don't just think that they're going to mail it in here with Sarkisian waiting in the wings. Consider the fact that Fresno State will travel to the Coliseum to open up the 2014 campaign against USC. So I think this is one of the more difficult games to handicap at this point in time. But for the sake of the video, I've set a handicapper line favoring USC by 4 points, which means that the line comes out at 3.5 or lower in favor of USC. I suggest backing the Trojans, while if the number comes out 4 or higher in the market, Fresno State is definitely worth a look. This has been another edition of Across the Board here at SBRforum.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Grant Sports.